Welcome to another episode of Trucker Talk. Last week, I'm going to do a quick recap. Love or lust? And just a reminder, love grows with time. It builds on connection, trust, and understanding. It's patient, not rushed. You care about the person, not just what they can offer you. Love wants to build something real, a partnership, not just pleasure. All right, now lust. Lust feeds off of physical attraction and instant gratification. Often fades when the thrill wears off. Also, it feels exciting, but not always secure. Lust focuses on what you want now, not what's best for long term. Man,
That's deep.
man, that's wild. Now today, man, this topic today, I can say, well, I'm gonna just go into it. Today we're gonna talk about narcissists, the kind of people who drain your energy, twist your words, and leave you questioning your worth, George.
And it's we talked about this even before we even decided we was going to do this. It's a tough subject because people don't realize it. They are in those relationships, and they just like, well, what am I going to trying to say? They kind of almost ignore the facts that are there to kind
Yeah.
of go along with it. Like I said, it drains them. It's like they don't have anything other than better to do than to just continue to fall into that same pattern.
Yeah, and one of the things, when I used to growing up, I overheard I never paid attention to it, but people would talk about narcissists, this, that, and what I realized when I was, looking this stuff up and writing it out, ever since I've been, coming up in this world, but I go back to when I was 18. I've dealt with it, as far as my whole life. I dealt with it in my family, in relationships, at work, um, even in friendships.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize it because when you start looking the definition up and break it all down, it's real because there again, somebody you somebody that could have been, just say a mentor, or well, mother, father, but a mentor, that you love, and just what you know of by what they're telling you, you think that's the right way and just the
Yes.
way they bring you up, or the information that you're getting. But until you go back and research that information, they could have been manipulating you this whole time.
Oh, yeah, and that's true. And we all have, I think, to a point when a lot of people have been manipulated because you didn't know the definition of what a narcissist is.
Right.
And it can go, we talk about it can go so much deeper when you start diving into it. It's like, my word, this goes way deeper than you would ever even imagine, and it kind of puts you to question, like, okay, now this kind of makes sense about this person or that person, and once you see the similarities, like, I want to let me look at some more characteristics, and it's like, oh, they fit the book just right.
Yeah, but it also goes back to trauma, or childhood trauma,
Yes.
or we all carry baggage,
Oh,
and
yeah.
some of that narcissism, it can go back to that.
Yes.
So I've seen it in relationships, friendships, even at work. It's tough, but recognizing it is the first step to healing. So the definition of narcissism is having an excessive interest in yourself, your looks, your success, your image, or how others see you. A a narcissistic person often believes they're better than others, needs constant praise, and struggles to show real empathy or care for other people's feelings. I said, hey, let me
That's
take
a,
a
that's a mouthful.
whew.
That's a mouthful, and it's the truth. It really is. But you don't recognize these things because you don't. Because now you got the internet, you have access to all the information you need. You don't have to go to Webster Dictionary. You go to Google now, and you can get anything you want. And it's like there's tons of stuff out there, but there are narcissistic people that exist. You don't think about it, but once you look it up, it's like, okay, this is a real thing. This is a real definition.
Well, once you look it up, and like I said, just like with me, when it comes to life, I start recognizing behaviors,
Mm.
patterns. Or I never really paid attention to people like that. But now it seems like I fall back and I'm like, okay, it's like, when I go to work, when I go to work, church, even the store, grocery stores, whatever, it's like I'm just it ain't that I'm playing dumb, but I'm just la la, la la,
Well, you
and I'm watching, but I'm
feeding
just I'm paying.
information.
It's like I'm paying attention to what's going on. So, but we're gonna talk about the difference between self love and narcissism. So, self love comes from self respect, not ego. So you value yourself without putting others down. You set here we go again. You set boundaries. Boundaries is good. You set boundaries, but still show empathy. You want to be better, not above others. It's quiet. It's quiet confidence, not loud arrogance. That's self love, man.
My word.
Self love. So narcissism. Okay, back in narcissism, it comes from insecurity and not confidence. Um, needs constant validation and attention. Craves control, not connection. Uses charm. This is good, y'all. Uses charm or manipulation to feel powerful. I've seen that a lot of times.
Well,
Narcissism says, I'm better than you, and I need you to believe it too.
and they're never wrong.
They are,
All,
bro.
yeah, yeah, yep. And just, I well,
Man,
anyway, that's another whole subject. But just look at the world today.
man. This quote, I see this quote the other day. It says, you cannot prevent the birds of sorrow from flying over your head, but you can prevent them from building nests in your hair. Now that quote,
That's
I mean,
awesome.
just
I like that.
I seen that quote the other day, and I was like, man, that's a good one, man. I
I
like
like
it.
that. Yeah, and this totally makes a lot of sense, and it covers so many. It's an umbrella that covers a lot of things.
Yeah, it yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna go to the red flags in the real life examples. So, you've heard the term gaslighting.
Yeah. Oh, well, piggybacking on what we talked about, back here months ago, I used to send you these things because once I started, I kind of got that interest in it. Once I started looking at one or two things, it's like now, of course, it comes up on my feed. It's like,
Yeah,
wow, this goes a lot deeper than most people even think. Because
yeah,
I was getting like I wanted to know this, but I was getting way more information than I had planned for, and it's like it just kept going on and on. It's like this is like forever going on, and it does. And
right.
gaslighting. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you ain't interrupting me. I'm listening to
Woo,
you.
it's good. No, you good. Good.
No, but no, I'm listening to you, man. Hey, you send me, and for the record, he sent me a lot of good information. It ain't just a lot of good information. So just for the record, but gaslighting makes you doubt your reality.
Yeah.
Playing the victim after causing the problem, never taking accountability. So I guess ask you for a scenario.
I know a bunch of them. I know a bunch of them. And it
Yeah,
is, and you don't
shoot
recognize
me a
it.
scenario.
No. You start.
I
Oh my
mean, for
lord.
example, I'm trying to think of one. Trying to think. Because I mean, you got some and there again, and I'll go back to with situations I have with people, saying people never take accountability.
Yeah.
You can And well, I'm gonna go back to forgive. Like when I learned how to forgive, and it's like with some of the people that I was, being forgiven of, and it's like I could admit my fault in that situation, and take accountability, and just I ain't gonna say be the bigger person, but
Yeah.
just accept that because when you do that, it makes you feel in your soul, you feel
Right. Right.
better.
Right.
But a lot of people, they don't take accountability. It's like it's all you. It's like they
Yep.
don't own up to
The
it.
pride thing kicks in.
And well, the ego and the
Ego.
pride, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Ego more than anything. Yes.
man, I was I was real bad about it. And I ain't gonna lie, like I still struggle, but my ego now is more solid than what it's ever been because normally every now and then it'll try to come
Kick
out and I'll
in.
snap. In my head, I'm snapping and I'm like, stop, so but I gotta watch it now. And now I'm like, I kind of just, I silence it.
It's awesome.
But I wish I could have done that in my
But
20s,
you
man.
didn't know. That's the thing. And we talk
I
about this
know.
all the time. You always say that. We had these conversations where I wish I had done this.
I
Well,
wish,
that
man.
learning curve now, and at the same time, you're able to share this with others as what we're doing now to a point. Your sons, my son, and you can share this information because now you know what to look for, what triggers certain things, what triggers things with us, with you or me. And you kind of you have more information, better information to give versus advice you have an opinion pretty much.
Well, when you say share, you're sharing it, but you're also the way I look at it, you're leading by example
Yes,
because
yes.
you can
Role models
you can you can tell somebody information all day
day long.
long, and just like I can tell somebody how to, like if I for example, if your son at school, you be like, hey, if somebody's at school and if they do such and such, go tell the teacher or whatever.
Yep.
Next thing you know, all that information you told them, they done went ahead and they done got to a fight. And
Yeah.
it's like everything you told them to do, they didn't
Totally.
even
Yeah.
it's gone. Like it
They
wasn't even in their
reacted.
head. Like
Yeah, they
so they
reacted.
just the information you gave them, it was just not it was useless, but you can practice and work on stuff. But when you actually get into that situation, it's like, yeah, all that stuff it goes out the window. So but yeah, but it's about leading by example, and that's why I'm glad that I've worked on myself, and I'm glad that as far as I can separate my ego from my pride,
Mm,
and I can have empathy and sympathy for people because a lot of people don't know how to they don't know how to separate it, and they just react.
yep.
So
Their
um
behaviors also have been that's been a pattern of their lives. So they don't know
yep.
there is no difference. They don't know a difference. So once they learn the difference, then they learn to magnify and to separate those things from each other. But then it makes a little bit more sense because you're able to validate what you're doing and what you're not doing right.
Yeah, you gotta recognize it
Recognize it.
first. And
Yes.
once you recognize it, then you can work on it. But a lot of people they in denial. So
Yeah. Close the blind. What turn the blind eye is what.
yeah. So uh but emotional, we're gonna talk about the mental and emotional impact. So emotional exhaustion and confusion. You got self-doubt and loss of confidence. Um, feeling like you're never enough. And then healing starts with awareness. So we're gonna go into this last one, protecting your peace. And I was looking this stuff up. Set firm boundaries. Don't explain them. I think some people sometimes they feel like you gotta explain why you're doing it. I don't
Yeah.
feel like I gotta explain
Yeah.
anything. So you gotta stop over giving. Save some energy for yourself. Learn, and this is what you and I ain't gonna say his name, but y'all talk about it. Learn to say no
Yes.
without guilt. Because a lot of people
Got to figure they got to say yes to everything.
they feel like they gotta say yes to everything, but you find out about people. You tell them no, they say you tell them
Yeah.
no,
And the truth comes
the
out of
truth
them.
will
Yeah.
come out,
It will
man.
come out every time.
Whew.
But they go like going back to we've had this a couple episodes ago. Setting boundaries. You got to have them.
I'm glad that I learned that because, like
Yeah.
I said, I used to spaz out, man. Woo, but I'm better now. But anyway,
But it
so
took it
it
took a
took me a
while.
minute,
Yeah,
but
and also
and
to
it took
learn to
some therapy.
recognize Zach and to recognize certain triggers, certain things that you were doing. It's like, well, I didn't even realize that.
That
Well,
was a pattern,
it's a
man.
pattern.
It's like poking the bear. They say you keep like quit poking me, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired. Stop poking me. You know what I'm gonna do? Just stop.
Oh my lord.
So You recognize that walking away isn't weakness, it's wisdom.
Yes.
So
That's a hard one to do sometimes. Sometimes people just the ego kicks in. It's like, I ain't gonna turn my back. I ain't walking away.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it too many times. Too many
Goodness in
times.
the morning.
But now, no, I ain't doing it, man. I gotta can't do it. So, and I posted this earlier. It says protect your peace like it's your paycheck. Don't let anybody rob you of it. But how was your week this week,
Oh,
man?
it's good. Actually, a good week, and it just been a nice week now. Cause tomorrow this week is gonna be a little cold, so we're gonna have a little cooler weather up here in Tennessee. So it's gonna be cold, but last week was a good week.
I said what's today? It's Sunday, but tomorrow because I'm got my days in my head.
Yeah,
I think it's supposed to be in the or late 20s.
It's gonna be cold.
I'm trying to get a number. I'm trying to figure out.
I don't need a number. The word is cold.
Well, I told you I bought them the thermal stuff. Man, them things are they work, man.
I know.
They're a game changer.
I got a friend of mine. She has does the same type of work I does. And we was in one of the coolers, and I said, man, God, I am freezing in here. I said, you not cold? She said, I got a heated vest on. I said, I forgot you got the heated vest on. You living life, right? You like in the Bahamas right now. You so warm.
Money. You smell the money burner, couldn't you?
Yeah, but God, she was warm, and I was freezing in that cooler.
That's what. Hey, you may need to invest in it.
I know. I stepped outside. I said, look, I got to go outside because I'm cold. My face cold. My body cold. I can't think. But yeah, it was a good week. It was a real good week, though. It was a good week. What about your week? I mean, other than the same stuff. And remember we was telling we ran into each other and we didn't know it. When I was at my Dollar General, so I was at one of my stores, and I was just sitting there waiting on my driver to get there. So I saw this truck pull up, drove by, and they pulled into the O'Reilly's, and I looked. I said, "Okay," they pulled in, and I told them turn around and come back and back up. So I couldn't really see who it was. I wondered, when is that Matthew? I said, okay, let me see. So I took a picture from a distance, sent it to him. Of course, we talked about it an hour later.
Yes,
he said, oh yeah, that was me.
I said, yeah, it's me. I said, oh boy, well, my buddy, he was sick, so I ran his route for a couple of days. But it's crazy though. And you was like, I'm at the Dollar General. I'm like, all I seen was in my mind, because you got to think, I got O'Reilly, I got Waffle House and Food City. I was like, I didn't even see. I didn't know Dollar General was there because you be so in your own world, but I didn't see.
You focus on driving, which is a good thing.
Right.
You wasn't, once head wasn't on a swivel, just riding around, looking around like you just on a tour.
Well, like I said, we work. You got to think working at night, going into the morning. It's like I'm at the finish. Like when I seen that O'Reilly, I'm like, okay, I got Rutledge Pike, and then I got the intersection. So I'm just looking forward. I don't even see that deal.
You see the light at the end of the tunnel now. That's why I am with some of my stores. You call me and say, hey, how's your day going? I'm like, I'm still clocked in.
He said, it's because I'm getting off, so you just get started. You're like, man, I just got to work. I'm like, well, but
I said, I'll let you know in a couple hours from now.
Couple hours, yeah. It's wild, man. But now I got to talk about this. This is it, though.
I know what you're gonna say. I was waiting. I was about to bring it up.
My boy, he said raw material. Austin Kobe.
Yes.
He said, here's the thing, man. What got me this morning was with old buddy. He got he had, because I didn't know where he was going with this, with the analogy, the description.
The analogy.
He had all that wood. I'm thinking, man, he got my boy carrying wood on the stage. I'm thinking, so when he dropped all them logs, I was like,
he just dropped it.
I was like, okay, but the thing I like about Austin, he gives you that visual, because in my mind, I'm like, okay, where are you going with this? But then he hit us with the 3 M's. He's like, you got to manage, you got to multiply, and you got to magnify. So I'm like, okay, but he broke all of those down. So to wrap this all up, he was like, some people, and I've been guilty of this. We all probably have been guilty of this, but you go to God and you ask God for stuff, but God will give you something. It may not be what you want. Like you ask him for like a table. Like he said, the script, he said, you ask God for a table, he give you logs, or, he said, you got a tree, you got logs. So he give you logs to build a table with. But the whole thing is you got the material there. it's up to you
to use it,
to take it
utilize it,
and build that table.
Mm.
And first, I'm sitting there, I'm just like, dang, he broke it all up, which he said it better than I did.
Yeah, which you always will.
Dang. Anyway, hey,
Or
so
anybody, yeah,
yeah,
concerned.
he broke it down, man. And I was just like, golly. He hit me
And
with
what he
that.
said, we asked for more, but we can't manage what we got
We
already.
can't manage what we got. And this is what hit me. If we had this conversation, and you don't know where I'm going with this, but just like when I had my, and this is when I had my first house, and you know, a comment was made about that's a that's a trashy house, it's small, and I was like, and in my mind, I'm just like, because it's my first house, but it was my starter home. And you was like, nah, man, that's a house, man. You know, people don't have
that's
this
home. Yes.
It's like, that's your home. And so, you know, fast forward, you know, I'm in this house now, but I started at that house. And this is where I'm saying where I got deep into the sermon when he was talking about the sermon, you know, because, and I'm about to break it down for you. I managed that house.
Yes.
I managed it for 12 years.
Yep.
I kept it up. I wasn't ungrateful.
Yes.
I was able to sell it to buy this house and to put down money on this house.
And you also enjoyed that house. Trust me.
I did enjoy it. I had plenty of.
Yeah, you enjoyed it.
No, I enjoyed it. That's what I'm saying. I was blessed. But I'm just, the whole thing I'm saying is I started out, but I appreciated what I had. And, you know, and so as I took care of it and I got blessed. Yeah. And ended up, you know, so this is where we're at. So I'm sitting there while he's sitting there saying it the whole time. I'm thinking, man.
Yep.
I was thinking about all that, like that's unfolding. I was like, so yeah, Austin, that was
good.
Man, you hit us with another one, man. So, but if anybody's got any suggestions or anything, or let's say like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
Got anything else you want to throw on this?
I got nothing I want to say to everybody. Do we have a safety tip?
Well, I'm gonna hit them with the last quote. Safety tip, watch your speed.
Yes.
Don't
I got a good one.
Okay.
Especially for you. Or not for you, but for you.
Okay.
Don't get in the blind spot.
Okay.
If he can't see you, if you can't see him, he can't see you.
Right.
Because I've seen situations like this, like even in my truck, which I got a 4-wheel drive truck, pretty tall, and they'll get right on my front of my mirrors are set. But for some reason, they'll sit where I can't see them.
See them, yeah.
And I go to merge to another lane. I'm like, oh God, they were right there because I'm looking over their car, even though I got that light, the mirror on the lane.
Right.
For some reason, they're sitting in a blind spot where when I realize they're already there. I'm thinking, don't ride on the corner of a person, ride either in front of them or I try to get in front of them. And I don't like people ride on the side of me either. So, but be aware of if a person can see you or not. Don't just get in a blind spot.
Right, and you got to be careful, and
especially in your tractors, your tractor, and it's like a trailer.
Yes.
If he can't see you, you don't see him. He don't see you. So be aware of that.
Correct. Yeah, and like I said, I'll look like 2 or 3 times. I'm just like this.
Yeah,
and it's like, but it's just out of habit because.
But that's safe.
Within a split second, somebody can they can shoot around you.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I'm gonna hit them with the last quote, and I'll close it out. It says, all that really matters is that the people you love are happy and healthy. Everything else is just sprinkles on the sundae. And that's by Paul Walker, man.
Awesome.
So, but as always, we appreciate you all.
Yes.
We're gonna wrap this up, and I hope everybody have a
warmer than what we're gonna have.
Right. And we'll see y'all next week. Have a good day.
Thank you.
It's the drip from Mr. Ozar.